There are shockingly many people who suffer from anxiety. That horrible feeling of being perturbed, not knowing what to do, feeling everything is black. And in this video, I'm going to give you a few methods that can help you overcome this really horrible state of mind. If you're new here, I have been teaching the Art of Living series of meditation programs for more than 30 years all over the world, and I've helped thousands and thousands of people just like you to upspiral their life through the knowledge of health, wellness, meditation, spirituality. I am a survivor of anxiety. I unwittingly abused my body so much that it snapped. It was perhaps the darkest time of my life. I had taken back-to-back flights, red-eye flights sometimes. I used to eat at any odd hour. I had little to no exercise. And sleep was completely compromised. My body gave me warning signals, but I didn't listen. I didn't pay heed to them. Then one day I had a full-blown panic attack. And then all the horrible consequences of that happened. My doctor, God bless her, she told me, you know yoga and meditation, why have you come to me? You know how to fix yourself, go fix yourself. And through the support of dear friends and a complete conviction that I can heal myself, I did. I was also suffering from very bad insomnia, and for all those hours I couldn't sleep. Ironically, I used those hours to research about sleep, about anxiety. And when you strip away the science, it is quite easy. What had been plaguing me for years went away in a matter of months. Our books, Happiness Express and Sleep Your Way to Success, are basically about how I dealt with that condition and came out of it with no allopathic intervention whatsoever. The first thing I want you to know, if you are having this issue, is that it will pass, it will heal, it will become all right. Think of it like this. Maybe you banged your foot really badly. It's all swollen. Now, would you go out and play football the next day? Of course not. But you do know that at some point you will be able to play football, assuming that you knew how to play football before you banged your foot. Right? You don't think that that swollen foot with its pain is a permanent aspect of your life, do you? You know it will heal. Anxiety, panic attacks are simply bruises in the mind, deep cuts. The first thing you have to know is that they will heal given the right conditions. They will heal. Now, what do I mean by the right conditions? Like I said, you wouldn't go out and play football with that swollen foot. You would take care of it. You would tell people, it's paining, stay away from it. You would be extra careful that you don't bang it again while it is healing. The exact same things need to be done. You see, something happened and you felt that panic, you felt that anxiety. The brain takes its cues from the environment, and if it gets even one or two similar cues, it will trigger that attack again. There's a story of a world famous botanist who was collecting herbs in the jungle, and there was a scratch on his thigh, and he thought nothing of it. You're walking in the jungle, things scratch you. And he walked about 15, 20, 30 steps forward and started feeling feverish and faint and not all right, and turned out it was a very poisonous snake that had bitten him. He survived the bite, fortunately. He spent a year recovering, but after a year he was back in the jungle doing what he did, and again he felt a scratch on his thigh, and this time he felt red hot pain. Fortunately, it was just a twig. But why did he feel pain this time? It was because, the last time the scratch happened, the brain that information went to the brain. The brain said, it's a forest, these things happen, don't have to worry about it, we'll be fine. but he almost died. So the next time in the same environment, when the same stimulus, more or less the same stimulus happened, the brain went into panic mode and through this fearful, terrible pain. So he's alerted and he takes it seriously, unlike last time. Of course, this time there was no problem. So if you, for example, while flying had a bad experience, the next time you step into a plane or even go near an airport, or in extreme cases even see a plane flying overhead, your brain is going to trigger those feelings because it doesn't want to be in that situation again. The fact that you feel anxiety, that you feel panic, means that your system is working to protect you. This is the second thing you have to know. The first thing is it will heal. The second thing is to know that this is just your system overreacting in its desire to protect you. In exactly the same way that you will handle that swollen, painful foot, you have to handle that bruised, hurt mind. To begin with, you avoid all situations which could trigger that attack. But just as with your bad foot, you would kind of flex it just a little bit to see what kind of, and oh my God, it's paining. And then you wouldn't do it. And then you'd wait 3-4 days and flex it and you say, oh, it's going a little further now. Oh, it's going even further now. Oh, it's going even further now. And then in a month, it's healed. In the same way, you need to confront your brain, your mind with those situations in a safe way. So for example, if you are scared of flying, I'm not saying get into a flight from India to the US and beat it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, can you just go to the airport? Yes? Fine. Go to the airport and come back. Do it 10 times so that you are fine about going to the airport. Then buy a cheap ticket, take a Bombay Ahmedabad flight, a 10-minute flight, and go to the airport. Go in. If it's too much for you, just go back out. Don't have to fly. And do it again and again and again until you are all right going through security. And you're all right sitting in that plane. Take someone with you whose hand you can hold. And if you can do a 10-minute flight, you can do a half an hour flight. And if you can do a half an hour flight, you can do an hour flight. And if you can do an hour flight, you can do a 20-hour flight. Isn't it? So take it slowly. But at the same time, don't be so slow. Don't cocoon yourself so that, if you're scared of flying, even seeing a photo of an airplane triggers you. That means, it's like you've just banged your foot, but you're thinking it's paralyzed. It's not like that. So first, take it easy. Second, push. Little by little, push, 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 push. Until one day you don't need to push, you're fine. What can you do? You will be surprised. Just gargling, throat gargling calms the vagus nerve and brings down the feelings of anxiety. Exhaling longer than you inhale. You inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 8 counts. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do this 10 times. Hum. Just humming will help. Chanting Om. Om is a hum. But it also has millions of years of magic behind it. Chanting Om will help. And the third thing I would say is be conscious and mindful about what you're eating. The chemicals that produce the feeling of anxiety are actually produced in your gut, not your brain. Your gut has as many neurons in it, brain cells. Your gut has brain cells in it as much as your pet, as much as your dog or your cat. So it's a pretty intelligent system in there that you've got. And if it is irritated, if it is not all right, it's going to trigger more often than not, anxious feelings in you. Keep a food journal. Whatever you eat, put it down. And in about a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you will see a pattern emerging about what foods you are eating that is causing you to feel not so good. Remove those food from your diet. You will be amazed at how quickly you recover. Know that it is going to heal first. Second, take it slowly. Push. Don't go into a cocoon. Push and push and push and push and push until you don't need to push anymore. And the third thing I would say is be conscious and mindful about what you're eating. Many times it's what you eat that gets you. Do some vagus nerve activation exercises, improve your vagal tone. By the way, the ultimate way of improving your vagal tone is meditation. That was my secret sauce of how I went through that really dark time in my life and came out unscathed. Meditation. Learn how to meditate. We teach meditation courses all over India, all over the world actually. We teach online meditation courses. I really invite you to go to our website BawaDinesh.com and check out our schedule page for our Art of Living courses. Enroll in an Art of Living course and learn to meditate, and then meditate regularly. This will improve your vagal tone. If you know someone who is going through this terrible thing, please share this video with them. It might really help them a lot. And if you are one of those people who are silently suffering, then please implement all the things I have talked about and tell me in the comments how it helped. Till next time, see you. I read every single comment that you guys put under my videos. So please do comment and tell me what you would like me to speak about next and what was your biggest takeaway from this video and how you are going to implement it in your life.